everything.
Proud
All
of you.
right. Yeah, thanks.
Hot
right?
diggity.
Welcome to Treasure Tuesday D&D. I've got a full crew tonight. We're very excited. We haven't played in a minute. So I'm sure you will all be able to tell me what y'all did last time very easily, right?
Oh, I saw a ghost.
You saw a ghost? Yep. What else happened?
That's about it.
Good.
We went on a date.
That's right.
I broke into a church.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Did break into a church, yeah.
Just some mild religious intimidation.
Yeah, that ended in wild confusion for Marthalla. Like, by the end of it, she thought she broke into the wrong place.
I was talking to somebody about that. We were talking about players that are able to metagame, right? And I was like, oh heck! And I was able to share that moment you had where you were like, Diana wants to murder everyone, but Marthalla is confused, which I found highly entertaining. Oh hey, thanks for the subscribers. That's exciting.
We like you and stuff.
I like you back. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, so that was a really good moment, I think. I forgot about the ghost. I'm glad you reminded me of it, because that was fun. Ghosts are fun. I watched Ted Lasso
More ghosts and stuff.
for the first time, and somebody asked him if he believed in ghosts, and he said, I think ghosts need to believe in themselves. And I was like, what the shit? And
That's
then,
about all you need to know about Ted Lasso. Go watch it.
pretty much, yeah. I'm seeing a couple of conversations. I think there was a breakfast. I think Marthalla snuck out early in the morning for the church going.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Church going, yes.
Early
That's what
morning
people
church.
often
I
associate
was
with
saying
church
a
going.
prayer for my friends.
And
Pray to me.
Okay, well
So-
now it's weird. Why'd you do that?
so
Batman. Marthalla's Batman.
No, she's not.
how no. Hi Tyler.
She's sort of a
I
bad.
am Batman.
So Marthalla we ended the last session with Marthalla sneaking back into the inn and making her way downstairs. Your eyes are a little glowy, and Druzh makes eye contact with you, and his runes flash, and you give him
pleased, yeah.
you give him finger guns. So the last note I wrote is Marthalla has just come downstairs. Others have been eating breakfast for about 30 minutes, and Druzh knows some things are up.
Shit's going down, y'all.
Oh my goodness, a hype train. That's ridiculous. Well, that's fun. I don't think I've ever had a hype train before.
Now you have.
Now I have.
Can't say that anymore.
I enjoy that there's a ghost that's cheering. That's wonderful. And, oh, because we were talking about a ghost. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Okay.
It's fitting.
Yes, it is fitting. Okay, so last time you learned Marthalla is going to start a crusade. You learned that?
I mean, we decided that.
All right.
Does that count as learning?
I mean, yeah, in this case. There's a list of people being searched for by those priests. Marthalla thinks Relic is on it. She wasn't sure, though. The longer she was in the office, the less sure she was. So she stole papers for someone else to check.
Oh yeah, I forgot I took stuff with me. Thinking,
Yes.
Marthalla.
See?
Smart thinking.
This is why I write stuff down at the end of the session. I write down where you are and who is holding stuff. It's helpful. Because I can't remember this to save my life. I did not remember that at all. There's raptors at the top of my stream chat. Which I don't. Are you seeing this too, or is this just something
Yeah,
I get? And confetti?
Completed level 1 hype train.
Well, thanks, folks.
They were excited because they're going, ah.
I'm pretty excited about it. All right.
That's the hype part.
Relic is conscious of trying to keep the child act up. I don't actually know what that comment means, but I hope you do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we actually.
I'm just a little child.
That's not the little kid voice. Do it right. Come on.
That is the little kid voice, isn't
Oh
it?
my god.
So when you started doing that, Ipsy just started growling, very upset.
Yeah, don't blame her.
This is going to be fun. I actually captured a learned from Tyler. Tyler said that Marie is being haunted as well as Relic. And I don't remember why we think that either. But I wrote it down. Relic had a weird visitation by, quote, a concerned citizen concerned for his well-being. I think this is referencing the ghost, actually.
Yeah, they're leaving me notes and whatnot, saying people's been lying to me and
Right.
stuff.
And it just says they, quote unquote, lied to you. So that's fun. And then the RP point went to Marthalla for unsurprising reasons. Marthalla intimidating the crap out of those priests and asking specifically, how hard would these people be to kill? Which is one of my favorite moments of all of my sessions. Other memorable moments were Quentin defending his date life is a mood. And then I wrote, quote, oh, I don't know what you mean, unquote. And I don't know what that means, but...
He was evasive on details.
Right. So him being like, oh, I don't know what you mean. That was him defending his date life, and that was the mood.
Right.
I don't know if I can run this game today, guys. I am freaking so tired. Oh, hey Kelly. Yeah, you should be following. I'm hysterical. And it's partially your fault. And then another really good moment was Relic having the entire back and forth with the voices who may or may not be in his head, which I think is a good call out. So, with that, y'all are down at the breakfast table. We've got Quentin, who is defending his love life. We've got Druzh, who knows what's up with Marthalla. We've got Relic, who's still pretending to be a small child, and seems to be fooling everybody still, although I should probably have you roll for that again.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we have dice, right, for a reason. And we've got Brandel, who I believe you're still sitting there watching things happen. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm just, munching on a piece of bacon.
Just checking. And speaking of bacon, I'm sure Marrow is around stealing as much bacon as possible.
Hanging on my feet, yep.
And Marthalla, you've just come down the stairs. Druzh at least knows something up. I don't know if anybody else does. And
I will continue doing finger guns all the way down the stairs.
Great. I don't know. Should we just say everybody knows what's up, or are you trying to be subtle?
I mean, trying to and being subtle are two totally different things.
That's why I phrased it thusly.
I think Marthalla is probably trying to be subtle.
All right.
But it's just not super in her skill set.
Well, we can either put this up to a roll, and I'll have you roll for subtle, and then check everybody's passive perception. Or we can say the character's trying to be subtle but failing. You can make that call if you'd like.
Let's leave it up to a roll.
All right, roll me. What would a subtle be? Roll me a persuasion?
Okay.
That seems like a subtle.
That's actually not a bad roll for me.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, God. Well, that's a 2 plus 3, so a 5.
Great. You are not subtle. So Druzh, I think this just further confirms your theory that something's up. Relic, I think you know Marthalla. What do you think? You know Marthalla well enough to know that she's trying to be casual. Brandel, I think maybe you catch on that something's up because everyone else is caught on that something's up. Does that sound right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then Quentin, I think you were looking for any other thing to latch onto.
Oh yeah.
And this is
Just
it.
like
There must be
any
something up
direction
here.
The conversation can go is going in that direction.
Does that sound right? Okay, so does anybody say anything, or does Marthalla get to the bottom of the stairs, do her finger guns, and you stare at each other awkwardly?
Oi, where you been?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I was just really tired, so I slept in. Oh, those beds are so comfortable.
It's a balls-faced lie. They're not comfortable at all.
I mean, I think they're pretty okay.
Has everybody gotten their breakfast? It's, oh my, I'm so late. And I'll just kind of like take a seat very quickly and like do the thing where I shrink in it to try and be as small and unnoticeable as possible.
Oi, why you got dirt all over you? You just came from downstairs. You been out traipsing around?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that just looks like regular pathway dirt. There's nothing. That's fine.
Oi, can it, skinny?
Hey, nephew, how about you behave yourself at the table?
Oh, right, yeah, I'll just behave myself. They're trying to sell me into slavery again.
He's earned it.
You know what? Marie's going to embody me today, and she's going to walk by looking exhausted and pat you on the head and be like, "There's a good boy," and keep going.
Oh, this is bullshit. This is bullshit in this town. Nobody even gives a shit for trying to sell this poor little kid into child labor.
Hey, young men should not be swearing, and I'll just reach over and pull his bacon away from him.
Wow. You going to put up
No.
with that?
Now, if you can keep your mouth, you can have this back. I'm just grinning ear to ear.
Oh, yeah. I heard a funny story about a man that put his pants down in a blacksmith shop just the other day. He exposed
what you're
himself in
talking
front of a child.
Yep, and I'm just looking away.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like we need a hashtag for the first point of every session where we prove we are not a family-friendly stream.
Always Relic. I mean, like, do we even need the...
I think we should keep score on who does it. Yeah.
I don't know if we need that either.
So, Marie's gonna bring you a cup of coffee, Marthalla, as you come down and sit down a plate with whatever you normally eat for breakfast, and then just sort of like wander away again. She looks exhausted. You gonna take a seat?
Yeah, and like collapse into it. Just like be as small and as unnoticeable as possible.
Okay. I'm gonna say the inn is empty. I think there was maybe one or two other people in the inn last night, but it's just you at a table. It's a slow morning.
Is Marie still there?
No, she's gone back to the kitchen. I think Marrow probably followed her, begging for bacon, and she says, "Oh, I'll get you some more."
Yeah, give me my bacon back, you cheeky.
I'll slap his hand
Oi!
and say, "Little boys should really learn to be more polite while they're sitting at the table, shouldn't they?"
You're starting to get on my nerves. First you leave me in the room all night while you're down here dancing and whatnot, and then you go off on traipsing around the city. What?
No, I was not traipsing around the city. I was investigating.
And what, pray tell, were you investigating? I'd like to sleight of hand some bacon off of Luth's plate. If I
Roll
can.
me some sleight of hand, and we'll see if it's higher than his passive.
I'm sorry, that's classified information.
Classified from who? That is a 22. Oh, wait, no. A dirty 20.
Ah,
Isn't
Just-
your passive like a 19?
it is a 19.
Yeah. Will you get some bacon?
Yeah, that's right. 1 minute I got nothing in my hand. Next moment I got a piece of bacon in my hand.
I like it. Okay.
It is just classified.
That don't make any sense.
Have
I
you
think it
met
does.
up
Does
with
it classified
Felix
mean secret?
already?
What was that, Drush?
Do you run into Felix?
No, I was out looking for him. I thought perhaps I could, help him get to the inn faster, and I didn't see him.
What are you on about? He lives here.
At the inn?
Well, like in this town, right? He knows the place better than she does. What
I
are you
see what
talking
mean.
about?
Yep. Okay.
I was merely trying to lend a helping hand.
Now listen here, lassie. I'm gonna shake my bacon in her face. I feel like something's not being
Excuse
said
me,
here.
little boy.
Yeah, that's right. And I got a bone to
Do you
pick
really
with all
want to
you.
know?
You're damn straight I do. Look, I was told by a secret visitor
Then
last
shut
night
up.
that y'all lied to me.
I'm sorry. Back up for just one moment. A ghost told you that we lied to you?
I didn't say ghost, I said secret visitor.
Well,
How much
that's
do you-
usually, I mean, as secret as it gets. You didn't have any visitors. You're a little boy in an inn by yourself, so...
They slipped me a note and they said y'all's lied to me, and I would like to know what you lied to me about. Post haste.
I would like to see this note.
No, that's my secret business.
Oh,
Wait,
then
so
you're lying
someone
about
knows that you were you and not a little kid?
Oh, bollocks. I didn't consider that.
it. I'll kind of wink at Brandel like, good job.
It's just as well. I don't think your enemies are going to be looking for you any longer. And I will look very satisfied with myself.
Very bad at keeping secrets. Yeah, okay.
Why's that? What'd you do?
Nothing. I had a conversation with several gentlemen of the cloth earlier.
What gentleman of the cloth?
The bad, creepy ones?
I mean,
Are you saying that there are priests of the Church of the Holy Rider in this here town after you told me it was safe to come back here?
Well, to be fair, these seemed more like friars in training than actual priests. They weren't super with it.
They got a
and
list.
Also, I don't know if they were from the Church of the Holy Rider. I might have just threatened some other holy men. Let's just move past it.
They got lists with what names on it that they're going after?
Well, the funny thing is they don't have any names. It was all like vague descriptions.
Yeah.
So the good news is that if they are the ones looking for you, they have no idea what your name is.
You brought me back to this town when you said there wasn't nothing to be worried about.
There isn't anything, Relic. I've told you forever that I would keep you safe, and I intend to do just that.
What do you know about these people? Nothing. You don't know shit about anything, and you coming in here and making trouble where there shouldn't be trouble. I've been safe for 20, 30, 40 years
By running.
doing things my own way,
By
and now you come in
running.
here and you flip the tables and you alert them to our presence?
No. I alerted them to my presence. My presence.
You don't know what you've done. You don't know what you've done.
Well, you don't seem too eager to share any details with the rest of us, so I don't know how you expect for us to remain safe.
That's a very good point.
By following my lead and running when I say run.
We don't run.
Well, you best get to starting.
That's a coward's point of view talking. You are
Yeah.
not a coward.
That's not true. I'm absolutely a coward. Why do you think I live so long?
So,
Relic, I used to think that there was more to you than met the eye.
There is not.
You
I
are
see
wrong.
that now.
seems like a weird. Okay.
I'm exactly who I say I am. And when I say it's time to run, it's time to run.
Then run. I'm not going to try and protect you when you don't seem to want it. But would it be nice just to wake up one morning without worrying about your past coming back to bite you. That's the
Maybe.
chance you're being offered here. You have all of us here to help. Just take it.
Is that Relic grumbling?
Yeah.
So I'm imagining what's happening here is like Marthalla and Relic start yelling at each other, and Quentin, Druzh, and Brandel are just sort of like,
Exchanging looks and eating breakfast.
yeah,
If there's the equivalent of a face trunk, that's what's happening.
right. And I think probably Marie like comes out with another plate of bacon, sees what's happening, and like does just a U-turn back into the kitchen,
Turns around.
and like her face very much like reads like no energy for this shit, and like it goes back.
Tokyo
in.
drifts around the corner.
Oh, definitely, just like nope, 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 nope,
You
nope,
may
nope.
notice Marrow in a perfect heel all the way.
Yes, like
Eyes on the bacon.
eyes on the bacon. Yep. And then probably an awkward silence at this point. Does that sound right?
And then I'm gonna turn on Quentin.
Great.
As soon as you turn towards me, I'll like look away. Up. So who's ready to go get some money from the bank?
You got back awfully late last night.
No, I didn't.
What color of red is he turning right now?
You know, like mistletoe berries are white. What are those red berries in the winter?
Holly?
Holly, yeah, holly. There's like it's like a slowly fading into a holly color. Not quite that red yet, but it's headed there.
She seemed to very much like you.
Felix said our money's at the bank. We can.
So what's her name?
Relic.
That's not her name. That would be a wild coincidence.
That would be a wild coincidence. Yep.
Drew, is he always like this with women?
I don't think I've ever seen him with women.
Yeah, I think that's right.
What's with the plural? This is why are we talking about this? We have money to pick up and priests to annoy, and then we can be on our way.
All right. I kind of deal with all of the men in this party being withholding with information. Druzh is always quiet. Brandel's always quiet. I give to them. But Relic, you never shut up. And Quentin, you usually don't shut up either. I don't understand why no one is sharing what they know.
And I'll lean over and like whisper in her ear, like her name is Roken.
What?
Stage whisper. I lean over and I whisper in Marthalla's ear. Is her name is Roken.
Roken?
No,
That's so pretty. Do you know where it comes from?
do you know where whispering comes from?
No, I don't. I don't do that.
I don't know if she wants everybody to know her name. Otherwise it'd be on the sign. Like just. Please.
What are we supposed to call her then?
What did you call her before?
Well, the blacksmith seems a
then-
little rude now. She's your girlfriend. We should have a name for her.
No. We had conversations and food and
Conversating does
we
have some
maybe-
implications.
no, we would just watch the stars and.
I'm sorry. Isn't that what boyfriends and girlfriends do? I'm unfamiliar with this particular.
No, we were comparing because like the stars were at home for me are different. We were talking about constellations and the path through the seasons and it was
Do you
just
often
science.
talk about the stars with Druzh?
I mean, it's come up in travels, so we can find our way. Yeah.
No.
Do you lay
not-
under the
not
stars
really.
and discuss the constellations with Druzh?
You're just like, no. We do
Nope,
not
not
talk
one.
about stars. No.
No, we follow stars when we walk. Like, it's just.
When
Look, mate,
was
no
the
one's gonna
last
judge.
time you mentioned a constellation?
I mean, not
Ever?
by name or, the lore around it, but, it's useful information.
You know star lore?
I know things. Like,
Lore.
it's fine.
Oh, I don't
Mhm.
have that emote unlocked. I need more subscribers so I can unlock more emotes. It's very important.
You all are terrible at this, and I don't understand. Let's just go collect our money, and then Relic can run away if he wants.
Felix is gonna walk in the door because he said he would meet you there.
Perfect.
He said he would meet you at the end in the morning.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna walk in. I think he's gonna walk in just as this conversation is dying down. He's gonna see what's happening, and he's gonna do a nope and loop around to the bar and sit at the bar and be like, Marie, coffee. I have been instructed to hydrate. Everybody else must as well.
Oh,
Drink
I
your
don't wanna
drinks.
drink near me.
Well, you're fired. Marie's gonna come out with a cup of coffee and chatter tiredly at Felix until y'all are done talking. And he's gonna keep looking over his shoulder at you, waiting to see if you're done yet. But in that old man irritated way, are you done yet? Fully through body language. Very obnoxious. And then when you seem done, he'll climb down off his stool and he'll make a big deal out of it, this is too early in the morning for this. And he's gonna come over. And he's gonna be like,
Felix, have a seat.
and he just looks at you and he says, no. All right, y'all have done some good work. You found... Shit, how many pieces have y'all found? 2?
3.
2.
2.
2.
Wow. 44 episodes and you found 2 pieces. Yeah. He says, you found 2 pieces. That's just... Takes a swig of his coffee and he says, that's great. You ready for the third one?
I don't rightly know. You got some money for us?
And he says, as I told y'all last night, your money is sitting in that nice fancy bank account y'all have.
Which I said.
Mhm.
Sure.
You did say that, yeah.
Fully.
And he says, I don't know about you, but I don't like carrying around that kind of cash. So that's why we set up the accounts in the bank. It had nothing to do with the GM wanting to talk about banks. It's all about not wanting to carry around money in this world.
Yeah, you never know who's got some light fingers.
He gives you kind of like a beady eye, mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And he says, well, when y'all are ready to head out for the next piece, let me know. I've got, it's funny, I just got the details on it, on a new piece last night. Which,
What a coincidence.
he kind of looks thoughtful. Roll me an insight check, whoever wants to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 19.
Of course it is.
17.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Mm-hmm. So, he's doing that thing where he's kind of like sucking on his teeth, well, and Quentin, you can tell he's paused and he looks thoughtful. Druzh, you can tell that this is the look of a man who's not sure he believes in coincidences, and Relic, you're picking up that he's pretty sure this isn't a coincidence. In this business, these kinds of coincidences don't happen. And I think you'd also pick up that he's been kind of on the fence about his boss for a while. yeah, maybe you don't pick up that it's been for a while, but like he seems to be on the fence about the guy who's giving him these instructions, and this kind of doesn't help those suspicions. And he kind of takes another sip of his tea a little bit slower this time, slurps a little bit, and he says, well, I have information on another piece that I know is good. So if you'd like... And he says, you know what? I don't care if you'd like. I'm not giving you the information I got yesterday because it needs to be checked out. I think that's more important right now. But this new piece is going to be a bit of a hike. It's not on this continent. You're going to need to cross over to the other continent. I've got you passage on a ship.
That sounds great. That sounds like a great idea. When can we go? When do we leave?
And he says, well, the ship's still loading. It's a merchant vessel.
Right.
Do you ever like
Good.
have a thought and then right in the middle of like as the words are coming out of your mouth, it just evaporates?
All the
Because
time.
you
Every
haven't,
moment of every day.
haven't taken your ADHD meds in over a week.
Or in 37 years.
What the hell was I talking about? Boat. Yes. Okay. So it's a merchant vessel, so it's still loading. He says, should be able to take off in the next 2 days, but you'll need to check down in at the dock, and he'll send a runner if you're willing to go after this piece. I gotta tell you, the piece with the information haven't vetted yet that I just got is on this continent. So technically it's closer, but I would highly advise you to go after this other piece first. But it might mean you're crossing the ocean a couple times, because I don't have a line on all of the pieces yet.
Right, so which one's further away?
And he says, well, the one that I know about, and have known about for longer than 24 hours, and is on the other continent.
Yep, that's the one I'm going after. Anybody else can come with me if they want.
What's everybody else thinking?
Druzh will kind of side-eye Quentin for a moment, and
I'll kind of nod back.
so, how do you feel about another continent?
I mean, it's just more the same plane, right?
Fair enough. Looks like we're in.
Now, just as a, I can't spell the word continent. Just as a general geography reminder, there are 3 main continents and then 1 island that thinks it's a continent. So there's 2 very long continents that run side by side. You're on the one, if you're looking on the map, on the left. So in the west. And there are 2 in the east. And the one in the southeast is mostly a desert. And then the island that really wants to be a continent is in the sort of southwest. Make sense? Mm-hmm. And Felix has not specified which continent you're going to, just for the record.
Yeah, that's less important.
Yep, figured. I just wanted to call it out. And he says, all right, well, and he slides a piece of paper over and he says, the boat you're going to be on is called, wow, these are not helpful. It's called, it's called the Star Knitter. And the captain's name is Captain Rollop. And if you show him this note, he'll know you're from me. And good luck, I guess. Takes another sip of his coffee and starts to turn away.
Marthalla, you've been awfully quiet.
I would just like to point out that he gave you the name of a boat, told you the other piece was on another continent, and is about to walk away.
I'll kind of kick Relic's chair, like, you're up.
What?
Kind of eyebrow
yeah.
and nod towards you.
Yeah. Where the deuces are we going then, mate?
he turns back around and he's like, right. So I have a contact in the Kellis Mountains over east. There's well, you ever heard of like a stronghold over in the Kellis Mountains out east?
I don't know, DM, have I?
No.
And he kind of rolls his eyes. And he says, well, I mean, it's a myth, right? But I got a contact that says it isn't. And there's supposedly a piece of this thing down there. Now, he's been telling me about this for over a year. So I think there's something to it. He's sticking to a story. Says he's seen it.
Right.
What's his contact's name?
And he touches his nose and he says, well, that's for me to know, isn't it? And he says, the captain of the ship, Captain Rollup, he's got the map you need to make it to the mountains. He's going to put in at Minorca. So you're going to have to go by foot up the coast. I'm not going to ship you over through the Straits of Nancaro because there's still that dragon turtle. Nobody's managed to kill that damn thing yet. So yeah, you're going to head over to Minorca. He'll give you some horses, so once you land, as part of the deal. So I'm covering the price of the trip and the horses, but the rest of it's all up to y'all. And what I've paid you so far, I'll triple it for this piece.
Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
Would it, how common would a trip to this other continent be? Like, would any of us have been there before?
So, I don't think traveling between continents is like a big thing. I think you mostly stay on one continent. I think hopping through the islands makes a lot of sense. Like, there's a couple of islands in this world, and I think going to those because they're fairly close to the continents. The reason the travel between the two continents is not great is because they're close enough together that the water that runs between them is fast moving and super deep and has a dragon turtle in it. So about the only place you can get from one continent to the other is to bump around the bottom of this island that sort of breaks the water and zip around to the very bottom of this other large peninsula where a town has popped up. And then you end up having to go, and it's the very bottom of this eastern continent, so you end up having to like go up through the whole continent to get anywhere useful. So there's like a college up above the Kellis Mountains, you know. So unless you're incredibly studious, that's not really. It's also a boring continent. Not a ton happens there. The continent you're on has more of the hustle and bustle, more. It's more developed, more crime, stuff like that. Most of you are from this continent, from what I gather.
In that case, I will, with a note of panic in my voice, I'll say, "You're paying return journey too, correct? We'll be able to come back."
And he says, "Well, I don't rightly know how long it'll take you to get done what you're doing.
You don't know if we'll be able to come back. You're sending us across an ocean and not giving us a way back."
You'll be able to book passage, of course, in Minorca, but you can't expect me to know your timetable. I don't know how fast it's going to take you to get up to the Kellis Mountains, for Christ's sake, and how long it'll take you to do what you need to do. I mean, if the stronghold is real, that shit's deep. I don't know how long it's going to take you to do that. Then you got to get all the way back to Minorca. I'm not going to be able to have a captain wait around that long. And, you know, seas being what they are, I'm not going to be able to schedule anything.
You are not inspiring confidence, my dear man.
He sips his coffee and points at Quentin. Says,
I'm kind of like
the lad has the right
knowingly,
idea.
like, we got this, Marthalla. Like, it's okay.
Right. But yeah, maybe a little something to line the pockets so that we can pay for a passage back.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a little bit of that, you know, triple payment sooner if we have to book the ship back and everything.
He looks thoughtful and he sips his coffee and he goes, I'll tell you what. Captain Rollup's a friend of mine. I'll have him put some money in the dock in Minorca. And if you all do make it back to Minorca within, let's say, 2 moons, then you'll have your ship passage paid for. If you don't make it back within 2 moons of landing in Minorca, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to be on your own.
So, as a unit of time, a moon is like 2 full moons, or this is like you got 2 days?
No, 2 full moons. In my world, I pretend all seasons and year times sort of match. I was reading one of the new expansions the other day, and it talked about a week being 10 days, and I was like, fuck it, no. It's 7 days, damn it. Like, I'm not dealing with this. So yeah, basically 2 months.
That seems fair.
Yeah, sure. I'll take it.
I want to do an aside with 2 characters. And in my Discord game, like in my home games, I have a secret channel that I would pop down with those characters. But given that we're on the internet, can I have the characters I don't want to share this with pop down into the secret channel for a hot minute? And I'll keep the characters I do want to talk with up here. So, Brandel, Relic, and Marthalla, can you pop down into the secret channel, and I'll pop down there when I want to grab you back?
Oh God, where the hell's the secret channel? Here it is. Okay.
It's right below this one.
First one to find it.
Great. So I'm talking with Quentin and Druzh.
boy.
I don't actually know where y'all come from on this map, but I'd like it to be on this continent. I think you've probably crossed the ocean a couple of times because, as I said, the continent you're on is very well developed, but the continent that the college and the Kellos Mountains that you're familiar with from the other campaign is not as well developed, especially above that college. There's lots of wilderness.
Yeah.
So lots of wilderness around here. And I think if I were a guessing gal, I would say that Quentin is probably from the far northeast, and Druzh is probably from somewhere like a little further, like closer to the Kellos Mountains, but equally east.
Well, from what I remember when we were discussing Quentin's backstory, his city kind of pops back and forth between the Feywild and and so it can come back in different places with great effort, I feel like. And feel free to correct any of this that I'm wrong. It's just
I think that sounds right.
Like they'd have to like rework like the grounding, the anchor stones to do that.
Right. But
so
I think
typically just come back. I thought we discussed coming back. It was in that southern forest, kind of between those 3 lakes. I'm trying to get the map up here, so we can tweet that out.
Oh, I was positive you came from the continent to the northeast. Did I get that wrong?
No, that we were thinking northwest, and that is different game.
That's true. That's your druid.
Yeah, he's from the northwest.
I mean, I'm happy to change any of this, but I on my map I have it written down that y'all are from the northeast.
No, I don't know where Druzh is from, and I don't know.
There's this weird.
Have we discussed that?
I don't know if we did or if I just made it up. What are you thinking?
Well, that's what I'm asking Tech right now. Do you think Quentin and Druzh have discussed that?
I'm sure it would have come up at some point. I'm thinking it is more likely that, given the level of, like, free space to roam around on one continent versus the other, it is more likely that Druzh is from the northeast as opposed to the northwest.
Northeast.
Yeah, so we're talking about this continent. This one, stream.
It's okay.
And I'm talking about up here-ish.
Yep.
Okay, so that's where Druzh is from. Okay.
Yep, that tracks.
And then what I remember,
Yeah.
there's some writing in that lower lake on the southwest. The image I have is too small to read it, but I think that's basically where his town pops back in.
Like the forest part?
Yeah.
Like near where the dragon turtle is?
Can you hold that map up again?
No. I just filled everything in pink and I don't know how to undo it. Oh no, I haven't used this program in a really long time. It's not funny.
2-finger tap.
What?
2-finger double tap.
Oh, thank God.
There you
Trying to make it dark enough that it'll show up on camera.
go. Yeah. So if you go,
Like down here.
nope, the other continent.
This continent.
Yeah, and then down.
No, I think
there's, like-
y'all need to be
no?
from the same continent. I think
Oh, okay.
for you to have run
Alright,
into each other.
then- Yeah. Then you pick where that would make sense.
I think your spot is like a set of stones that where you can like walk through, right? Like it's not a big area, and so I think it's in the top right hand corner, like on
That
one of
little,
those
like,
two.
jutty outy point.
Yeah, like
Okay.
near the ocean. It's kind of what I was thinking. Is that all right?
Sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
I'll add a
in my
little cups of
mind-
trees or something.
Yeah, and so for stream, just to kind of recap, Quentin's in Eladrin, and his city pops back and forth between the Feywild and the material plane. So in my mind, they don't really leave this city when they're in the material plane too much, because those ruffians and it's dangerous and you get robbed or whatever. Because elves. So
Snooty.
yeah, snooty elves basically. So I feel like he's more focused on the Feywild, so I hadn't really put much thought into stuff outside the city. So I'm down with whatever.
Right. The reason I wanted to chat with you about this is because I want this other continent to be more familiar to you. Like y'all, and I think you left this continent because y'all were following something specifically, and it led you to the continent on the west.
Yeah, that tracks with what I was thinking already.
Definitely not
so.
running.
What? Yeah. So
You're definitely following and not running. It's just, that's it.
right. So I want you to know that because I assume you're gonna that might change your feelings about going back to this other continent. Okay. Good.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna pop down and tell everybody they can come back. I'll be right back. Hi everybody. Okay, you can come back up.
What'd you talk about?
Oh,
We're
you
back.
know, stuff and things.
God, I have 80s or 90s songs stuck in my head all day.
Which one? There were a lot of
Well, you
songs.
just said, what you talking about? And my brain
Yeah,
went,
well, you
talking
know.
about you and me.
Oh man,
Wow.
Oh.
Which is
that's a choice. That's a choice you made.
Uh-huh.
the worst song.
That's a choice you made.
No, there are way worse songs that
That's
came out in
true.
the
It was
90s.
the
Are you
90s,
kidding?
yeah.
Stream.
Um,
I'll share out that map. I just have
I
to
was
figure out
just
how to
gonna ask,
toggle
yeah.
off because it's a map for all my campaigns, and I've been keeping track of the routes each campaign is taking in different layers. So I haven't updated it in a while, so I'll update it for this campaign and then I'll post it. So you know what I'm talking about.
DM,
Yeah.
I just remembered something about my character
Mm.
that I so I might have to revamp my reaction here.
Okay.
Because if I recall correctly, and I probably should since it's my character, I'm from the Kellis Mountains.
You are from the Kellis Mountains. Yes.
Oh shit.
Right, yeah,
Well-
maybe we don't go there. I changed my mind. I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, here's the thing, though. You're from the Kellis Mountains that are... so the Kellis Mountains actually span both continents. They cut both continents right in half. You're from the Kellis Mountains in the west continent. You're going to the east continent.
Okay, never mind. That's fine.
So the Kellis Mountains on the west continent is much more developed. So there's lots of little monasteries and like there's lots of little pathways through it. There's no one way through those mountains. The continent you're going to is much less developed. There's like 2 ways through the Kellis Mountains. There's all kinds of it's steeped in mythical lore bullshit, hand wavy nonsense.
Hashtag lore.
Hashtag lore. Yeah. So different Kellis Mountains for you.
Okay.
East, not west. Okay. Other questions, concerns, things you want to point out? Moving continents is always super fun.
How long does this ship travel to take? Are we going the first stop, or are we hanging out until they make their rounds?
And Felix says they go straight from Wald to Minorca. They do loop down under that island, of course, and it's sort of a course of to fight the current there. And he says, but okay, thank you, Amazon. I got batteries, y'all. Amazon really wanted to tell me my batteries were delivered.
Nice.
He says, if the current doesn't fight you and the winds are good, should take you about a week and a half on ship.
Right then.
I'm not planning a water adventure. What are you talking about? And he says, Roll Up will get you there. He and I have worked together in the past. He's as straight as he comes, no pirate tendencies. So he leaves him alone. He's got enough equipment on ship to avoid the pirates. They don't tend to tangle with him. He doesn't roll real high, if you know what I mean. Nope, that sounded weird. He doesn't.
I don't know what you mean.
I didn't mean dice rolling. I meant like he doesn't have he doesn't have stuff worth pirates get going after him. You know, he deals in like everyday, like not fine china, but like wooden cups type of thing.
It's not the high roller room at the casino.
Right. That was the connection I was trying to make and failed miserably by mixing metaphors. Brain stopped. Mixing metaphors. Got too weird about that.
He's reliable.
He's reliable. Yes. Week and a half. It'll take you about a week and a half from port to port.
All right, then. The sooner we get out here, the better.
And he drains his coffee and he says, well, good luck. As I said, the captain has the map you'll need and the description of the next piece. And I hope I see you again. And he kind of shrugs and he says, roll me an insight check again. Those of you who desire it.
I rolled the same thing.
You rolled another 19?
Yep.
I rolled
Excellent.
a 23.
Well then.
I rolled a natural 1.
Man, you don't
Anybody
know
else?
shit.
Wait, what are we rolling? What?
You are very preoccupied, Druzh,
Given the topic of conversation, that makes sense.
given the topic of conversation. Brandel asked for an insight if you want to stare fixedly at this Felix's face to see if you can discover any
They're
secrets.
fixedly at Felix's
Yeah,
face.
no, I
Yeah.
rolled a 5. It's a 6.
You notice that Druzh is preoccupied, and you become preoccupied.
Nice.
You're preoccupied by noticing he's preoccupied.
Quentin, you can tell that Relic, you can tell that he's sort of hesitating, like he almost doesn't want to say anything. Quentin, you can tell that he is not sure whether what he's gonna say is gonna put you off the job or not.
So I think I'll say, Felix, anything else you might know, give us the best chance. We'd love to get this done for you as soon as possible. And, Druzh and I have been across the way once or twice, so we're a little familiar with the area.
He says, "You ever been through the Kellis Mountains?"
I don't know, DM. Have you ever been to the Kellis Mountains?
Yeah, you would have had to have been,
We
right?
had
Because
to
you
get
would have
over?
started.
Is
Yeah,
that the only
'cause-
port back over?
right. There's no
Okay.
port in the north.
Yeah, we've been, north in the mountains and had to pass through to make it to port. So
And y'all did not take shortcuts. You took the main path, so you would have gone around the college and probably past Woodcliff, actually.
okay.
Did we ever figure out if this is the same time as the other ones? I think we decided it was the same time as the other two
Yeah.
campaigns, so y'all could do an overlap, right?
A beach
Crossover
episode.
episodes. Yeah.
It's okay. That just means I can reuse NPCs. Guts to love it.
Absolutely.
Will not do the voices the same, and none of you are allowed to make comments about it. And he says, well, he goes to take a sip of his coffee again, but then realizes he drained it, and he sets it down on the table, and he kind of rubs his forehead, and he's like, well, all right, listen. I've sent 3 crews on this same exact trip. I heard back from one guy. He says they got up to the Kellis Mountains. You're not going to take the main path. You're going to be over east. And the path's more west, more center. And he said it was tough to get in, harder to get out, and he gave up at the Kellis Mountains and started making his own way back. He says the last he saw everybody, they were heading down this path that he couldn't even see, and only one of them could. and he got scared, frankly, and made his way back. And I've never seen any of the rest of these folks alive again.
It's not very comforting.
It'll be fine. Who's ready for an adventure?
And
Speaking of
he-
Marthalla,
Right. Let's just
Brandel,
get out of here.
you've been quiet.
I mean, well, you know.
Brandel, you've never been off this continent before. Frankly, the traveling that you've done with this group, probably the most traveling
It's like
you've done.
already, yeah.
Yeah.
I take one more step. Be the farthest from home.
I think Brandel spent a lot of time on the beach. I don't think he's ever stepped foot on a ship before. You think that's right?
Yeah, that sounds right. I don't think I've, sailed.
No, I don't think you have at all. Sail. And Marthalla, I don't think we've discussed where you're from, but I would imagine it's from this side of things based on your backstory.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been on a ship before either. I don't think there would have been
Nope,
call for that.
absolutely not.
Right. Are either of you afraid of water, do you think? Your characters?
Yes. Funny you should mention that, Dungeon Master. Why, yes, I am.
So do you think that would come up in this conversation at all, or is she keeping stoically silent?
She is keeping quiet, partially because she's really annoyed and really wants to talk to Relic.
Mm-hmm.
But partially because she doesn't want to admit that she's afraid.
Okay, that sounds right. Yeah. So Felix is he's gonna put his hand on his hip and he says, "Frankly, I've sent crews after the first two pieces. I mean, I was frank with y'all when you went after the first piece that my crew didn't come back from that. I
I
said,
thought you was Felix.
what did I call him?
I was not. Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Did you just try to make a joke with your exhausted GM?
You said, I'm gonna be frank with you.
Got it.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Love you.
I told the team I actually run as a job during the day that I was tired and they'd messed with me all day. And I should have known it was just going to continue into the evening. He ignores you, actually. He's just going to completely ignore that comment. And he says, I sent a crew after the bit up in, wherever the fuck you were, Phandalin. And he said, that went really strange. I think they tried to steal it from me, really. I think they went after it on their own instead of going after it for me.
Did that team have a name?
And he said, yeah, some dumb...
Mongoose.
No, that was the people we were trying to steal it from. They were like the Black Knight or Black Death or some like dark, some like Deep of Night.
Well, if they had the Black Death, then it's understandable that you never sold it again, because that's actually very deadly.
Yeah.
And he's like, right, but they were trying to go after like creepy crawly, nighttime, scary.
Right,
You know,
that
like
would
a
only
kid tries to be
exacerbate the
scary.
symptoms. They would be very cold.
True,
probably
yeah.
clammy.
He's like, anyway, y'all came back from both intact. I've never seen that before. I think if I had to bet on anybody, I'd bet on y'all. I think you're, I don't know, stronger? Whatever. You're going to be fine. And if you're not, I'll just hire another crew. So, 2 days, the next 2 days, head down to the dock. Make sure you talk to Captain Rollup on the Star Knitter. I don't want to talk about the names I come up with. Yeah, make sure you get on that boat. I'll see you in a couple of months. Any other questions?
No. Let's get out of here.
DM, a couple things. One, can I say while we're eating breakfast that I did? No, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, it might. I did my gift of alacrity for my bonus to initiative.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and make that like a regular thing during breakfast.
Okay. Is there like a ritual to it, or?
It takes a minute to cast, I think. Yeah, 1 minute to cast. So it's just more of like I was doing it as like a mindfulness, meditative, like finish like during my first cup of tea sort of thing.
Cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fine. Cool.
Okay, and then I'm gonna Faye step over the counter, get a new cup of coffee, and then Misty step back over and hand it to Felix. Like trying.
Now
to
you're just flexing.
Marie
yes,
is
I'm literally just doing it to look impressive.
as you do this, Marie's gonna go and then realizes you're gonna do part of her job for her, and she's like, I don't care. I think she's gonna scoop up Marrow absentmindedly and pet him, which I think he's totally fine with because his belly is like full of bacon.
Yes.
Felix,
that puppy belly that's like a drum skin.
Felix kind of squints at you suspiciously, and he takes the cup of coffee and he says, "Thank you," and he like throws it back, sets the empty cup on the table, and walks out. All right, so we're about an hour into this, so I'm happy to take a break if y'all are okay with that. You want to take 5-10 minute break?
Yeah.
5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Cool.
Anybody have to take
Yeah.
any doggos out?
Nope, they're passed out right. Actually, I don't know where they're at, so never mind.
All right, let's shoot for 5 minutes. So stream will be back at 10 minutes after the hour. I have to find the neat be right back screen we have with our character art. Okay, so stream will be back about 10 minutes after the hour. Thanks, everybody. don't even know if that went. I don't even know if that was live. Like, I don't know if you said those things live or not.
I mean, that could
So,
work for Relic.
One can hope.
I mean, I suppose. Okay, so we're back. Wait, no, am I muted? No, okay. So we're back. All right, so Felix.
Frozen for me.
What? It's frozen?
Working for me.
How dare?
Okay, we're fine.
How dare?
It must just.
Okay, so Felix has just left. He's given you your instructions. Go find the Star Knitter. Go find Captain Rollup. Go to Minorca. Which I totally made the map and then forgot to tweet it out. I'm sorry. I will tweet it out after the game. Yeah, what do you do next? You're all sitting at the table. I give you 2 days before you go to the ship in case anybody's like, I must go shopping or else.
Marthalla would lean over to Relic and say, could I have a word with you?
Oh no, you gonna lie to me some more?
Wasn't planning on it.
Right, okay. I'm gonna look at Quentin. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, that means she murdered me and threw me in the alley.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Great, I'll give you 6. Kind of a wink at Marthalla.
Goodness.
I'll get up and walk. There was a section in back, right, where we first picked up Marrow. Like, there's a stable back behind the inn, right?
There is now, absolutely. Yep.
Cool. I would head out the back door and go outside.
Okay. Does Relic
Alright.
follow?
Yeah.
So yeah, let's say there's a fairly small stable. It can fit like 4 horses. There's maybe 1 in there right now. It's well kept. Gorko's probably just heading in from whatever chores he had out there, filling the water or whatever. And he hugs your leg and then keeps going.
Oh, hi there, Gorko. Thanks for the stuff and everything.
He tips an imaginary hat and keeps going.
Right then. What's this business you got coming on? Out running around the city trying to drum up trouble and lying to me and whatnot?
Relic, how long have you and I known each other?
I don't actually know.
A bit, yeah.
It's at least. Well, it'd have to be long enough that she wouldn't have been able to get to this point earlier. So maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
Or do you think it's been longer?
I don't think that Marthalla's been counting or anything.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Okay.
We've traveled all over together.
Yeah.
And I think that by now it's pretty well understood that the circumstances under which I was told you and I met and became partners are not entirely true. Is that to be believed?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
My point is, I give you the benefit of the doubt because I trust you. I know that you're selfish, and I know that you lie to people. But I
I
also
stretch
trust...
the truth.
Please let me finish. But I trust you with my life, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. But I do think that it is important for you to decide if you feel the same way. I've protected you at every turn. I've defended you. I've come to your aid. I've done everything you've ever asked of me.
Right.
Do you trust me?
I do, but
No,
listen here.
no, but do you or don't you?
Yes, I do. Now, do you trust me?
Always.
All right, then. So when I say that these people are bad news and you need to stay away from them, maybe you listen to me instead of try and go pound the heads in.
I don't know. Whenever I say that I'll keep you safe and protect you if anyone wants to hurt you, might you believe me?
It's not the same. Look, I'm much older than you, and I know things that you don't know.
And I might know some things that you don't know either.
Yikes.
Right, yeah, sure.
You can either choose to spend your entire life alone as a miserable old hermit, or you can decide that this group is worth something, that you like having friends, that you like being around people, and you can trust us to have your back. You don't have to run forever. That's all I'm saying. Just consider it. And if it turns out that you can't play nice with others, and you don't feel like we're a benefit to you, and you don't think we can keep you safe, you shouldn't come with us. You should go somewhere else, or just don't come back. When we leave, you stay across the ocean. But that's your choice.
All right, then.
I'll go back inside.
How's Marthalla looking when she comes back in?
Probably not, like... not angry or anything. More...
Just disappointed.
She's... Druzh probably knows her enough to know that she's depressed. To everyone else, she probably just looks worried.
Yep.
Would anyone respond to that?
Has Brando come in as well, or is it just Marthalla at this point?
Yeah, is he gonna stay outside or Relic? Is Relic gonna stay outside or is he gonna follow her in?
Stay outside for just a little bit, and then I'll come on in.
Okay.
She'll try and avoid notice and head straight upstairs to pack, in air quotes.
Right, all right, yeah.
And Drew's just gonna follow her if she heads upstairs.
Okay. Does Marthalla respond to that at all? Or just try to continue, like, pretend he's probably going to his room too. This is fine.
She probably doesn't notice, to be honest.
Preoccupied. That's fair. Okay. Druzh, do you call attention to yourself or just keep an eye on her?
Is she heading like directly to her room to quote unquote pack?
Yeah.
If she's very clearly not paying attention, he'll kind of plot up and watch for a second. And is there a particular? Is she packing differently than she might have otherwise, given that they've traveled together for a while?
Like, is she, like, throwing stuff or...
Right.
No,
like she's packing for a longer journey, or...
She's not angry, she's... It's that kind of thing where, like, when you were a kid and you got in a fight with your parents and you'd be sent to your room or you'd, like, I don't know, go to school or whatever, and every single place that you turn and everything you look at makes you feel guilty. It makes you feel bad because there's some kind of connection to your family and everything that you see. Everything that she has is because of Relic. So as she's packing, she probably has these moments where she, like, freezes up, but then continues to put things in her pack.
Okay.
Yeah, and he'll kind of watch that for a moment, and then it's hard for him to kind of slink through doorways, but he'll kind of occupy the entirety of the door frame and kind of lean over. And so, you want to talk about it?
Protect someone who won't do what's good for themselves.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I don't understand. I don't understand why he wants to run.
He's not made of the same stuff as you and I. There's I understand being angry and moving forward. Some people get sad or scared and move back.
I think he's going to stay there. The new continent. I don't think he'll come back.
I don't know that he'd like it much. There's not much to do. It's been a while.
There's people to swindle. He'll have plenty to do there.
Not as many as you'd think.
We'll see. But I can't keep waking up every day wondering if he's abandoned us again.
Oof.
And if he does, then what?
I don't rightly know. I've been with him for as long as I can remember. Suppose I'll find some way to carry on.
I don't think it's gonna end as badly as you think, but if it does, you're always welcome with Quentin and I.
Oh my god. I have a feeling.
But what about Rowan? I mean, Quentin seems to have found himself a girl. Doesn't that worry you at all?
Quentin has needed something for as long as I've known him, even if he doesn't know himself. If he
Deep.
if he finds it here, then good. He needs it. In which case, you're always welcome with me. I don't know if I'll stay around here, but you need somewhere to go.
Thank you. We should bring Brandel too, though. He's very good at party tricks. I can't imagine you and I will be a very big hit many places we go, and something like that would get us a lot of goodwill, I think.
Invisible.
I don't think he'd complain too much. I don't think he'd complain too much about anything.
He's more likely to just disappear.
More abandonment issues.
That's don't know that that's the same kind of disappear.
Oh no, this is the funny kind that leads to hijinks. Not the gut-wrenching, terrible, emotional kind that I'm so used to. Thank you.
Yeah. So, you gonna explain what happened this morning?
I went looking for them.
And how'd that go?
To be honest, I don't really know. I thought I found them, and I did what you would do. I was very scary, and I threatened physical harm in order to get information, but the information was rather confusing, and I'm not sure I was in the right place. But if I was, they're very, very frightened of me now.
I was in the right place.
If I wasn't, then they're terrified.
Well, I don't smell any blood on you, so that's good.
I didn't think it would be right to kill a holy man, especially if it was the wrong holy man. You should probably come with me next time.
You should probably ask next time.
I didn't want to make you lie to everybody. That seemed rather weird.
Easier to just not say anything. Then you're not lying.
I don't know if you're familiar. I'm not very good at that. I don't know. You should really, how can I be strong and stoic and, quiet like you?
I don't think you should be like me. I like you as you. Better that.
I'm glad someone does. And I'll go in for a big ol' hug.
A hug.
Big hug, trunk included.
Excellent. The tank bros
Hug
resist.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tank
so
bros for life.
I told you all before the stream started, and now I'm telling stream that I've been dealing with some exhaustion issues, and I was gonna tell you when they hit me. They're hitting me. So we're gonna check in with Relic and Brando and Quentin, and then we're gonna wrap this up because I am having the troubles. I apologize, stream. This is what disabled GMing looks like. I have very patient players. So we're gonna leave the tank bros in a hug. We're gonna skip down to Relic. You stand in the yard for a little while, and then you go back in. Do you want to share any of the feelings Relic is having?
Yeah, not really. I'm just, I look at everybody. I'm like, all right, then we just need to get out of here. Then, yeah, that's about it.
How's he feeling about needing to stay in the town that you now know has priests of the Holy Riders for the next 2 days before you can get on a ship and sail away?
Well, he's definitely nervous about it, but
You know, his child is fooling everybody so far. So
Except ghosts.
Except ghosts. Okay, so you head back in. So Quentin and Brandel are still sitting at the table. Do y'all talk at all, or was it more like the chin nod, like?
Quentin's dog.
You're petting Marrow. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that works.
Okay.
And we find Brandel. Oh, good boy. Okay, tell him to find me. Okay. Oh yeah, good job.
A little bit of training.
A little back and forth to so kind of starting to work with having him specifically find party members and being able to track them.
Got it. Okay. So Relic, you come back in. What are you doing? Are you heading back up to Pack? Are you gonna tease Quentin some more? What are we looking at?
Right then. Come on, lads. No messing about. Time to get up and get out. Let's go get the bank. Let's get the money. Let's go buy some things. Let's pack up, ready for an adventure.
Do you want us to do any shopping for you? You can kind of stay inside, as it were, and children shopping on their own, spending lots of money looks real suspicious, right? Yeah, it's there's no shame in that.
I could make you invisible, but it will only be for an hour, maybe 2. I can't do
Just
more
appears
than
at
that.
the counter with a stack of gold.
So
I imagine a street, right? Like a long street full of people, and just as y'all go walking by, apples disappear, children are tripped, women's skirts fall down, men find their shoes tied together. Like that is chaos right there.
That is incarnate, and that is absolutely, I'd be all about that for
Right.
sure, for sure.
Sounds terrible.
But you know, I can get up to quite a bit of mischief in an hour. Maybe I'll make a list. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I got to go to the bank in person.
Sure.
Marthalla can get
In
her
person
your money for you,
child
but-
or in person person?
You know, I have to be like, I nudge, nudge, wink, wink, tongue and shake. Hey, yo, what's up? I'm a child, but not really. I'm laying low and whatnot and fiddle faddle. Don't keep my money.
Don't keep my
Sure.
money.
Fiddle faddle, don't keep my money. I'm writing that down.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so are you all gonna head out without this is about where we're gonna leave it. You're gonna head out without Druzh and Marthalla, or are you gonna yell up
Wait
and
for
all
'em.
head out as a group? Okay, so
Yeah, I can wait.
so next thing you're planning on doing, heading out to
the
bank and shopping. Okay. Now, a couple of you have mentioned some things you want happening because you leveled up recently. I'd like you to chat with me about that in your channels in Discord. So I've talked with 2 of you on my own, but if there's anything special you want to buy or anything like that, put it in your channel, and then in our next session we may walk through some of the shopping. We might just jump straight to the boat. Kind of depends on what we decide in your Discord channel. Does that sound all right?
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Shopping montage incoming.
I mean, it could be a montage. You know. Wait, no. What level are you all? Yeah,
Yes,
you all
we're
are level 5.
We're at level 6.
Nope. Don't do that. Okay, what did you learn this evening? So, stream, we're going to do... I like to wrap up our sessions by asking the players what they learned. That's where I get some of the good tidbits that we will want to remember for next time. And then after that, I ask them to share with me good role-playing moments. Those get written down in a Discord channel, and then the players vote on which one they felt was the best role-playing moment. I accept role-playing moments from chat as well, so use this time to type in any good moments you saw this evening into chat. I apologize, we're usually a little more lively. I've been really tired lately. Okay, so, players, what did you learn this evening?
Well, I personally learned that there's someone that knows Relic or
Yeah.
something. You know,
What's up with that?
What?
just
I don't know if
the
that's
ghost
been.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about the ghost?
He mentioned it. Yeah, during breakfast, he said it. There's someone that knows him or something.
That saw through the
You know.
disguise.
Oh, yep. Got it, yep. I am so tired I've forgotten how to spell disguise. That's good. I'm just going to spell it phonetically. It's going to be fine. What else did you learn this evening?
What's his name? Felix has sent out multiple
Yep.
crews.
Yeah, that was
This is not round 1.
It means that he really wants this thing.
Not enough to go get it himself, but
No, that's not what he does.
No, he's a fixer. He's not one of the guys that actually goes out and
Yeah.
does stuff. Yep, good. Got that. What else did you learn this evening? I mean, you all learned collectively that Marthalla went and beat up some priests, right?
Yeah.
That's
something
true.
else, yeah,
Yeah.
there were some stuffs.
Yeah.
That is correct, yes. Though I don't know if we know, strictly speaking, about beating up as much as acquired information while potentially threatening incidences of violence.
Yeah. We found out that Druzh and Quentin know things.
About
Oh, yeah, they
other
said that
continents
they've
in
been from
particular.
that- yeah, they
yes.
said that they've been on that other continent
Yeah.
before. So
I should
yeah.
really name the continents. Maybe I'll have. Maybe I'll ask Twitter to name continents.
Continent 2.
Maybe I'll do a giveaway or something. Okay. You also learned the name of Quentin's girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Which is one. It was one meal. It's all it was. Just not a big deal.
What was it?
Sure, and some stargazing.
Roken?
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
How do you spell
Yeah,
that?
he let her see some stars. It's fine.
Wow.
Wow. What else did you learn? Are you ready for role-playing points? Moments. All right.
Ready.
Most of it.
Role-playing moments it is. We've got 3. Man, we haven't played in a while. Sorry, folks. All right. What were good role-playing moments this evening?
Marthalla and Brennan's talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one about
Absolutely.
trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. What else? Other good moments?
Well, we got the tank bro hug out.
Yeah.
That was a good moment.
Whatever prompted a super special secret conversation. Also, I don't know what it was, but I'm sure it was cool.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that was interesting and fun.
So y'all have written different levels of backstories, and you get that in a game, right? Like you've got some players that are like, I exist and therefore I exist. You've got other players that are like, here's 50 pages
Yeah.
of information.
Wordman's like, have character, play game.
I'm not calling anybody out, right? Like you can play both ways, right? Like you can have a backstory that can really add to the story. You can have no backstory, and frankly, Brandl's lack of backstory has added a bunch to the story, right? So you can
Super has.
right, so
Yeah.
you can do different things with it, and that's completely fine. But that sometimes means that I have to ask questions because I don't always remember, because we've been playing for what 2 years at this point, or a year and a half. So the secret conversation was me discussing pieces of that with them to make sure that their reactions were aligned with what we all knew to be true. That's all.
Basically, where did we even go here?
Right. Other good role-playing moments. I am also completely...
Everyone
I'm-
leaning into the this is a child. We're going to reprimand him by taking away his
Yeah,
bacon
that was
and telling him to
that
be
was really
polite.
Okay, you want to pretend to be a child? You get treated like a child.
You're a bunch of jerks.
Your idea.
Says you.
I like it. I'm also aware that y'all can actually watch the stream and find out what we talked about. You're free to do that if you want. But if you'd like to keep the mystery, don't rewatch this.
Yeah. I mean, I had the stream up, but I wasn't looking at the text. All I saw was you waving the map.
Right. Yes, which I'm gonna share with.
All I saw
Which
is
I'm
you
gonna
waving
share
the
with
map.
Twitter. So like that's
So I
not
really
that's
didn't know
not
what was
secret.
happening.
Okay. Other good role playing moments. You ready to vote?
I expected from Relic, but Brandel also jumping up and being like, "Money, please," before we leave.
I mean,
Like, no, like seriously though, like that feels like character growth for Brandel to go from like, it's everything's cool to like, I better get paid before I go anywhere.
You know what? I want money. I would like money right now. Yeah, that's good.
I've taught him well.
If he's learned anything, he's learned that.
yes.
Okay, you ready to vote, or you any more role playing moments? All right, vote away. You've got 4. Marthalla and Relic's talk about trust. The tank bro hug. Everyone leaning to the fact that Relic is playing a child reprimand. Taking away his bacon, and Brandel jumping up and being like, "Money, please."
Money, please.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
I already posted it.
I saw you made. We're tank bros in real life. This is
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Seeing that actor in anything else is just very jarring. Either of the siblings.
Okay, it looks like we've got. I'm still waiting on 1 vote. No, wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. No,
There's
I have
only
5.
3
2
votes.
votes. I need 2. Shush! I can count, word man. Okay, now I need 1 more vote. And is it
Yeah, I was
from
looking
Eric?
for,
Is Eric the one that is not
the-
giving me the vote?
Yes.
Yeah.
was looking for something.
So you
but
took the
On
time
brand.
to tell me I counted wrong
I,
and still haven't
It's 'cause
still
he was
haven't
stalling.
voted.
I was counting votes instead of voting. Yeah.
That tracks.
That's sort of a hug.
All right, so I am tired enough that I worded this in like ambiguously, so I guess you all get a role playing point because
I don't know how to word.
I typed it as everyone leaning into the fact that Relic is playing a child and reprimanding him by taking away his bacon. So you all get a role playing point next time. I'll try and throw combat at you so you can use it.
Game system.
You did it. You won. You beat the very, very tired GM. Okay. Well, stream. That's the game. We try to play on Tuesdays, but we're gonna be switching to Wednesdays soon. Schedules not good for disabled life. So check out my Twitter if you want to see when we're playing next. Can any of you be found anywhere that you'd like to share before we sign off? I believe there's some cool games coming up Friday.
Cha.
Ma?
Speak to it. Preach.
No.
Diana.
I know there's blood, but that's all
Want
I
me to
got.
do it? Okay. On Friday we have the finale of Ash and Ruin.
That's the
this-
finale?
Yeah, this is
It's only like
the
4?
first chronic. Yeah, only 4 episodes.
Oh my goodness, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea how I'm actually going to get them all from point A to the end of this story
You can do it. I believe in
in
you.
one evening, but I'm going to try. And I'll talk a little bit about our next chronicle then too, because this is the first
Okay.
of a series.
Okay.
We got new cups coming out on our website.
Yeah,
I
we
keep
did
stealing
that too.
Luke's cup.
Yeah.
So I need a new one so I can
We
stop
got a
stealing
black
his.
and a red one and a pink and a green one coming out.
Oh, no, you can't tell me you have a black and
You've got to
Oh,
make
it's
you've got to make a purple
It's
one.
real hot.
God, motherfucking. Okay,
I
fine. It's fine.
Okay, anything else you want to share? Wasn't there something about Iron and Dust too?
not
Iron
this
and
week.
Blood? No, okay.
We alternate weeks. We
Although
share
it
we
is
share
worth
custody.
noting.
Uh-huh.
It is worth noting that Justice is trying to kill my character off, like actively trying. He blew me up with dynamite last session.
I did
Wow.
nothing of
Rude.
sort. Emily did
Wow.
that.
I killed a monster, and he was like, "Fuck you, Diana," and he threw dynamite at me.
I'm not sure.
Your sister did that.
No, the GM did that.
Well, tune in to previous recordings, which can be found on the Bard and Barbarian channel
And on YouTube. We got a YouTube's.
and YouTube's to determine who threw the dynamite, and check in next time to see if Diana's character does die. I guess.
Yeah, you know.
She's conscious.
We've got-
right? That's about
We've
all.
got
all
a
we got.
zombie game coming next month. Too.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be good.
Fun.
Anybody else doing anything fun?
Yeah.
Okay. If I am not just hilariously exhausted on Saturday, I'll be doing a Broken Bane. We'll get deeper into the caverns. I have some very entertaining things coming up in that campaign that I planned 6 months ago with a friend. So definitely tune into Broken Bane. I was on an accessibility and gaming panel for GaryCon that was recorded. I keep tweeting about it, so it's been recorded. You can watch it. I talked too much as usual, so if you want more of that, check that out. And then I think I might be on a podcast soon, but I don't think those are done live, right? I've never been in a podcast before, so clearly
When people who record it.
I know nothing. So, yeah, I'll tweet about all that. If anybody needs anything, I'm like 7spoon on the Twitters, and I think that's it. Yeah? Everybody ready to say goodnight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye, stream.
Stream.